Okay, Spurs fans, 0-4, maybe not exactly what we're looking for, except for the tank crowd, but there are some positives to pull out of last week.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Well, it was a rough last week. We're going to get into my recap report card, my plays of the week, my players of the week. While I'm doing so, drop a comment down below. What didn't you like about last week? There's a lot to pick out. What did you like, though? It's a tank crowd. Are you happy? Now, with us being in 13th place, hit that thumbs up if you like support a fellow Spurs fan and subscribe for more Spurs content. Let's just go ahead and get into it. It's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, ugly. 0-4 week, the Spurs get destroyed by the Golden State Warriors, lose a close one to the Portland Trail Blazers, lose to the Sacramento Kings with getting annihilated in the fourth quarter, and then last night lost to the Clippers, which I did watch this morning. For those that you don't know, the NBA Pass, you can hide the score, so it was a new viewing to me, and I was pretty much not enjoying the game after the first quarter. The Spurs sit at 6-11 right now in 13th place, and with 3 games against the Lakers this week, we could end up falling into 14th place. This team started off the year looking like a surprise playoff team, then a play-in team, and now they are kind of just sitting there as a lottery team. They're 1-9 in their last 10 games. And before I get into the players, a special ugly nomination to the Spurs. We lead the NBA, as I heard in the Clippers game, in most double-digit point games in the first quarter. That means in the first quarter, we're down by 10 or more. We lead the NBA in that, and the amount of times that's happened this year. I think it's like 10. Okay, anyway, let's first talk about the big man in the middle, the man that's trade rumors running around left and right, Jakob Poeltl. I thought Jakob had a good week. He had a career high 31 against the Trailblazers and even hit his free throws this week, giving us about 17 points per game, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Absolutely solid performance all around. Like what I'm seeing out of Jakob. And just a quick timeout. I normally don't like doing trade rumor videos, but I've kind of enjoyed it this year, but not only because it's something to talk about, it's a way to grow the channel, but also what I've loved the most is your comments, reading your comments and how you would do the trade. Because I only have so much time to analyze the trade, put the video together, etc. You can kind of, give me different things that maybe I missed in. And thinking about the video I did yesterday, Jakob to the Golden State Warriors for James Wiseman, I was like, you know what? Screw the Warriors. If they want Jakob Poeltl, I want James Wiseman, I want Patrick Baldwin, and a first-round pick. Now you've got my attention. So I might keep doing videos like this because they actually are kind of fun to do. And I'm not doing ones that are ridiculous. Like if there's a trade rumor, Jakob Poeltl for a top 3 player in the league. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But these ones that maybe have a chance of happening, I'll address them in your comments on the reason I'm doing. I love what you guys are putting in those videos. Keep it up. Even if you 100% disagree with me, that makes it entertaining. That being said, Jeremy Sochan, you know what? I'm going to give him a good week. Yes, he missed all his threes and was turning the ball over at a pretty high rate. That being said, he was being asked to guard some of the best players on the opposing team, such as Steph Curry, Damian Lillard. Thought he did a good job. He was running point guard a lot of times because our only true point guard on the team is Trey, and he's up to the challenge. He's not backing down. He's having fun out there, and I like what I'm seeing in his development. The shots just aren't going down right now. Once he develops a three-point shot and gets more consistent in offense with his offense, he's going to be a very valuable asset to this team. Can he be the top scorer in the NBA? I don't think that's going to be his role. I could see him being more a Scottie Pippen type of player, maybe old number 2 Kawhi Leonard, where maybe he gets 18 to 20 points per game. He's solid on offense. He's a legit lob threat, but it's his defense, his ability to guard what appears to be the 1 through the 5 that is going to be his calling card in the NBA. And I'm very excited to see what he brings to the San Antonio Spurs in the future. Oh, my man. I got to call like I see it. This was an ugly week for Keldon Johnson. The shooting he's much better than the way he played this week. And then some very costly turnovers in the fourth quarter versus Portland pushed him into the ugly section for me. Originally, it was just going to be bad, but I'm like, those turnovers against Portland and just the overall poor shooting, I got to give him an ugly. That being said, I think Keldon will bounce back and have a big week this week. I have faith in him. I mean, he's going to have those weeks. Our young guys are going to have these weeks where we're scratching our heads like, ugh, what happened? He'll bounce back. Up next, Vassell, who right now is currently nursing an ankle injury, so hopefully that doesn't keep him out of too many games this week because he was good. Doing his normal thing, playing solid defense, shooting well from the field, creating his own shots, and that's what I really like about Vassell right now, Spurs fans, his ability to create his own shot. I've talked about it previously in videos, and I just love what I'm seeing out there on the court, so keep up the good work. And then Trey Jones gets the mixed bag this week. He gets the good and bad rating for me. I love the 8 assists, phenomenal turnover ratio. That's what, 6-1? 2 steals. I like what I'm seeing there. His ability to drive and get into the lane and create for either himself or his teammates. However, the shots just weren't going in this week. He shot only 34% from the field, 20% from beyond the arc. And if you look at our starting lineup, minus Jakob Poeltl, the overall shooting percentage between everybody's around 40%, and that's just not going to win you really any games in the NBA, which is probably why we are 0-4 last week. So I'm still not sure if I think he's the point guard of the future. Whenever I talk about a player, and I've said this on videos, I'll say it again. If I ever say I'm not sure about a player or maybe best to trade the player, I hope they prove me wrong and absolutely just kill it with their time in San Antonio, whether it's another 3 years, 5 years, or their entire career. Let's get to the bench. Keita Bates-Diop. I thought he was great this week. He had 3 starts and scored at a good clip, shot efficiently, and he didn't turn over the ball once. I thought that was a weird sound. I'm like, not weird, but that was great. I'm like, dang. No turnovers. I like that, which our team needs to work on. I think we're still in the bottom of the league on that. Anyway, Doug McDermott, I thought he had kind of a good, bad week. Well, he gave us his usual Doug McDermott scoring and some big threes here and there. Didn't contribute really anything else. Somehow he finished the week without any assists, gave us almost no rebounds, and doesn't do much on the defensive side of things. So for Doug, I thought this was kind of a mixed week for him, and the week looks better because he had a good game versus the Clippers last night. Anyway, Josh Richardson. Whew, he's getting the ugly. Bringing that old trade value down right now, Spurs fans. This was a rough week for Josh Richardson, shooting 33% from the field, only 18% from beyond the arc. Both Doug and Josh usually give us close to 10 points per game and really had an off week on the bench with the starting lineup struggling with their shooting and now the bench struggling with their shooting. 0-4, 0-4, 0-4. Anyway, Doug will have a turnaround. I'm sure he'll be better. Is Bassey Mania not running wild anymore? I thought this was a good, and Charles Bassey gets the rare good and ugly week from TSR Sports. Good is rebounding, getting in the paint, doing his Charles Bassey things, shooting at a high clip. But on the ugly side of things, he had a ridiculous 3.3 turnovers in only 18 minutes per game. And from what I'm reading, I think it was in the Kings game, some of his Spurs teammates were yelling at him to get up the floor to hustle, like he wasn't putting a full effort in. And I don't like reading that. We already saw that with Luka Samanic, which is why he's not a Spur anymore. If you're not out there giving it your all, you might not be a Spur very long. So hopefully that's just maybe a one-time thing. Maybe he had an upset stomach. He had the poops. I don't know. Whatever it was, maybe he just wasn't feeling well that game. So hopefully I don't read that again and have to talk about it again for the rest of his Spurs career, whether it's just this year or a very long, productive career with us. And last but not least, finally, Isaiah Roby gave us some good minutes this week, hitting some threes, scoring a huge dunk in, I don't remember which game it was, but he blew by the defense and threw down a dunk. And this is easily the best week I think Isaiah Roby has had with the Spurs, trying to crack the rotation. I've had my doubts about him. Hopefully he has turned a corner and can be productive for us off the bench. So good job by him. The rest of the roster, Zach Collins, he's out, probably out for another few more weeks. Romeo Langford's out with the old 19. Don't know when he'll be back. Blake Wesley's still out with a MCL injury. And then Jordan Hall made quite a bit of appearances this week. He played 3 games, got about 14 minutes a game, showed me nothing. Sorry, I don't see it. 31% from the field, an abysmal 17% from the arc. So, well, at least we're trying him out. And then Malachi Branham made a surprise appearance last night in old garbage time. He played 10 minutes and hit a 3. Probably be back down to G League at some point this week when all our guys are back. Let's get into my plays of the week. The runner-up play of the week. Josh Richardson playing some defense. Vassell with a nice help defense. Almost caused the turnover. And then Vassell staying with the play. Does get the turnover. Runs his own fast break with the thunder dunk of justice. Nice job, Vassell, with the finish. But my play of the week. You know what this is. You know what this is. It's on the thumbnail. How can I not call this the play of the week? Jeremy Sochan out here does a nice spin move, gets around his man, and then boom, with the hand in his face, thunder dunk of, is it a thunder dunk? Because look at this, Spurs fans. He kind of, is that a dunk? Did his fingertip maybe just graze the rim? I throw that out to you. Is that a dunk or is it not? I don't know, but whatever it is, it was fantastic. It had to have made the ESPN top 10 plays in the night, I would hope. Hopefully in the top 3. But I love what I see from Sochan there. And he's so athletic, shown us a great ability to finish at the rim. As he gets better with his dribbling, getting by his defenders, his game in general, he could be a force in the paint with lobs and just plays like that. Let's get into my player of the weeks. My runner-up player of the week is going to be Not that. Nope. Keita Bates-Diop is my runner-up player of the week because I thought he really gave quality minutes. And for a guy who sometimes plays only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to be asked to start 3 different games because of various injuries to Vassell, Keldon Johnson, what have you, I thought he played very, very well. Played solid defense. He's incredibly lengthy, and KBD's just one of those role players that I like what I'm seeing from him. I don't think he's going to be a starter, a permanent starter for us ever while he's with the Spur, but a quality backup that can give you good minutes and be a spot starter. Hey, excellent work. My player of the week, and I think this is back-to-back players of the week, Spurs fans, is the man in the world of trade talks around. He was very consistent, had the career high 31 against Portland, where he just I don't know the last time I've seen Jakob Poeltl that motivated when he was just attacking the paint and getting by his man and scoring. And he hit his free throws this week. His trade value is an all-time high, and I would like him to stay, despite me doing trade videos on him. My gut is saying that at the end of the season, we're not going to re-sign him. He's a restricted free agent. NBA contracts are confusing, so I'm sorry if I've made mistakes. You guys have informed me, and I feel like he's going to get an offer that he can't refuse, and the Spurs probably won't match it. If I'm wrong, so be it. He's been fantastic for this team, but also there's that one little part of me too, just down in here that thinks, can we win? If we get there in the playoffs, can we win with the center? That could be a possible detriment in the fourth quarter. He doesn't space the floor. He can't shoot outside of the paint. You can't shoot his free throws. Can you win with that type of center in today's NBA? I don't know. If he stays with the Spurs, I hope he proves me wrong and we win a lot of playoff games with him. Because no matter what I say about players, I am rooting for him. So Jakob, keep proving me wrong, keep proving the league wrong, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Up next for the San Antonio Spurs, we got the Lakers, the Pelicans, the Lakers, and the Lakers. That's right. We play the Lakers 3 times this week. We play them on Sunday, Friday, and Saturday. And the Pelicans game is on Wednesday, Thanksgiving off because it's the holiday. I will be live for all 4 games. I am finally feeling good enough to call games. My right eye has had an inflammation on it. I don't know if you can see if I think it's still red. It is still red. And I was being really affected by light. The first couple, I had to call it at work. The first couple of hours of the day, I couldn't even open my eye completely. The light would just cause pain, and I had to shut it. And I'm finally at a point where I can look at my computer screen. It's not bothering him at all. So I'm definitely going to be live for the Lakers tonight. And hopefully have a bounce back game because, man, watching that Clippers game this morning on replay, that was hard. And I get why you guys sometimes check out of the chat early if we're getting blown out. It's not as fun watching the game by myself without you guys, but watching us just be down double digits again in the first quarter. I'm so tired of that. Come on. That's not a stat I want to see us lead in the NBA for the rest of the year. So hopefully you correct that, and hopefully everybody's good to go tonight. Hopefully we beat LA. I don't like the Lakers. And let me close with this. For the tank for Wemby crowd, this is obviously a very pivotal week for the San Antonio Spurs. If we were to lose 2 games to the Lakers or 3 games to the Lakers, and there's no guarantee we're going to beat the Pelicans, we could see the Lakers leapfrog us in the standings, and then we will be 14th, the second worst team in the Western Conference with only the Rockets, our state rivals right below us. So I'll be live for each game. I'll be rooting for my team, and whatever happens, happens. That's all I got, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you tonight for the Spurs and Lakers. Until next time, and as always, go Spurs, go!